Good evening, I'm Keisha Betts with the CTV News Update. Get vaxxed, get tested, get boosted, and wear a mask. That's the advice of Prince George's County Executive Angela Alsobrooks as we head into the Christmas holiday with family. This comes as COVID-19 numbers continue to spiral out of control across the country. More than 4,000 people statewide have tested positive for COVID-19 since yesterday. The positivity rate is at 12.15%. Hospitalizations are over 1,400. The COVID numbers in the county remain unavailable due to a cyber attack on the state system. But local leaders say, based on data in the metro area, it stands to reason that Prince George's numbers are up.
So if you've not been vaccinated, please do so as soon as possible, especially as we face this ongoing surge that is happening and we expect to happen during the course of the holidays. That includes our children 5 years old and older.
To find the nearest vaccination site near you, go to the link on your screen. Maryland has entered a bad phase of the pandemic, so says Governor Larry Hogan. He's working from home after testing positive for COVID on Monday. He continues to call on residents to get vaccinated. Hogan says he's concerned that hospitalization rates continue to go up.
And I can't stress this enough. Getting vaccinated and getting your booster is your strongest possible defense against this virus and its variants. My focus continues to be on Maryland's strong response to the virus. As I've been warning for the past few weeks, we're entering another pivotal moment in the fight against COVID-19. Our projections now show that we could reach levels of COVID hospitalizations in Maryland, possibly over 2,000. And while we do expect that to peak in mid to late January, that is typically around when we also have the peak of the flu season, causing additional strain on our healthcare system.
COVID hospitalization rates have gone up nearly 200% in recent days. In response to the Omicron variant, President Biden says he's sending military medical personnel to assist overwhelmed hospitals. He's also ordering FEMA to organize pop-up vaccination sites in high-demand areas across the country. Speaking from the White House yesterday, Biden urged parents to get their kids vaccinated. He says if you're vaccinated, there's no need to worry about the spreading of the Omicron variant.
If you're not fully vaccinated, you have good reason to be concerned. You're at a high risk of getting sick. And if you get sick, you're likely to spread it to others, including friends and family. And the unvaccinated have a significantly higher risk of ending up in a hospital or even dying. Almost everyone who has died from COVID-19 in the past many months has been unvaccinated.
The president is again urging Americans to get vaccinated and wear masks in indoor public settings. A shocking discovery in the University of Maryland campus in College Park. Campus police say they found a male body yesterday morning. It happened in a grassy area at the Mowat Lane parking garage at about 6 o'clock. The man was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators have released few details but say there is no known threat to the campus. An autopsy will be performed. You're watching CTV News. I'm Keisha Betts. We'll be back in just a moment.
In 2010, Liz was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. After losing her job due to treatment, she was left with few options. A housing voucher gave her hope that she could find a place to live with her daughter. To her surprise, that same voucher would result in her being denied housing.
I felt so dejected and ashamed. It was shocking to me that people actually just discriminated against you for the type of income you were utilizing to pay your rent.
Now, thanks to a new law in New York State, it is illegal for people like Liz to be denied housing based on their source of income. Do you use non-wage income such as veterans or disability benefits, Section 8 vouchers, or child support to pay for housing? If you suspect discrimination, call 1-800-788-9898 to contact the New York State Office of the Attorney General or visit endincomebiasny.com.
I am at this point proud to say that I am using my voucher and a proud renter of an apartment where my daughter and I are very happily living.
Work, school, grocery shopping, doctor's appointments, the gym, to the airport to pick up loved ones, to the kids' soccer games, piano lessons, out for movie night, to hear your favorite band in the city, over to Grandma and Grandpa's house, and on last year's amazing road trip. Your vehicle takes you so many places. Protect it. When you leave your vehicle, remember to always take your keys or key fob with you and lock the doors. If you suspect auto theft, contact the National Insurance Crime Bureau at 1-800-TEL-NICB. That's 1-800-TEL-NICB, or visit our website at www.nicb.org. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Welcome back. The back and forth war of words between two political foes in Maryland continues. Baltimore State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby accuses Governor Larry Hogan of incessant dog whistling about the city's crime problem. In a weekend appearance on Fox News, Hogan said Mosby was a big part of the problem of the continued violence in Baltimore. For her part, Mosby, in a 5-page letter to the governor, says Hogan has refused to communicate or collaborate with most of the city's black leaders during his 7 years in office. Hogan, who says he won't meet with Mosby while she is under federal investigation, accuses her of not prosecuting violent crime. Civil rights activists file a lawsuit challenging a new redistricting plan in Baltimore County. The county council adopted a plan Monday with 5 majority white districts and 1 mostly black district. Advocates say the new map unlawfully dilutes the voting power of minorities. Filing the lawsuit in federal court, advocates, including the ACLU, say Baltimore County has a long history of discrimination against blacks. Delaying DNA testing of rape kits comes at a high cost, including health services, lost wages, and expenses incurred by the criminal justice system. That, according to an expose by ProPublica. The news outlet concentrated on Maryland's slow processing of sexual assault evidence, despite a legislative mandate to clear out a backlog of 6,000 kits in its inventory.
And the thing that's striking is that we often hear from survivors that they thought the kit was already tested.
It's just like unfathomable that there's 6,000 kits that have been sitting around, sometimes for decades. Why is that?
Well, you know, people made different decisions about the importance of prosecuting rape compared to other crimes. They made different decisions about whether or not you should believe survivors. And they really kind of diminished the impact of rape, and I think didn't recognize the unbelievable sacrifice that survivors make when they have a rape kit. You know, it does something for them. Certainly it collects evidence, but it's really for you and I and the community and keeping all of us safe. And we should respect that action. We should respect that decision and test every single kit.
If you'd like to determine the status of a rape kit or you need assistance regarding sexual assault, log on to mcasa.org. And coming up later on the news, a visit with your pet of the week. Stay with us.
I'm here to announce my retirement from sports. Baseball, basketball, all of them. I feel like it's time. The pressure that it takes to play at my age is just too much. So I'm done with the endless advice from parents to keep my head up, to keep my head down, to keep my head in the game. I know you think you helped. I'm walking away from the coaches that left me on the bench every time the game was on the line. I'll miss my friends and the fun we had when we were young. I said I'd play this game as long as I was having fun. And now, it's time to call it quits. Any questions?
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say so that they are safe.
We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting. A why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
Thank you for staying with us. Prince George's police are investigating a fatal shooting in Langley Park. Detectives were called to an apartment at the 7900 block of 14th Avenue yesterday afternoon. A man was discovered in one of the units. They say he had been shot numerous times. Police have not released his identity. The search continues for a suspect and a motive. Meantime, a Maryland state senator is calling for a probe of the Frederick County school system. This after the Justice Department reached a settlement with the district over violations of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Federal officials found that the district illegally restrained and secluded dozens of disabled students. Senator Michael Huff is calling on the State Board of Education to conduct an independent investigation. NASA is going back in time with its latest mission. The agency is launching the James Webb Space Telescope on Christmas. It will help scientists see the very first stars and galaxies formed after the Big Bang, and it will complement the work of the Hubble Space Telescope. NASA astrophysicist Jane Rigby says the Webb project will also help answer questions about how humans were formed.
We're made of oxygen and, yes, some hydrogen, but oxygen and carbon and nitrogen and iron. And so, the proteins in our bodies, the water in our bodies, all the stuff that we're made of was made in stars and then blown up. So very literally, when we're studying how stars form and how stars die, and then how stars spew out in their deaths, all the heavy elements that they've made, we're studying how we got made, literally, because we're made of star stuff.
The launch will take place at 7:20 a.m. For more information, log on to nasa.gov. If you're looking to add an addition to your family, two pets would love to swim their way home with you. Meet Holly and Barry. They are young adult female red-eared slider turtles. Holly and Barry have been at the animal shelter for about 2 months. Rescue coordinator Megan Staub says you need one important thing to take care of them.
The turtles are red-eared sliders, so they are aquatic, which means that they have to have a tank that is mostly submerged in water, but some areas where they can bask in the sun, or in this case, a heat lamp and a UV lamp. They like to sun themselves like any reptile. They will need a filter system in there to keep their water nice and clear. And they can live up to 50 years, so you do need to be prepared to have them for quite a while.
Staub also says Holly and Barry would be great for children 8 years old and up. For more information about these turtles and their friends, contact the number on your screen. Let's get a quick check on our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 24. Thursday, mostly cloudy with a high near 44 degrees. Friday, cloudy with the daytime temps reaching a high near 54. Saturday, we won't have a white Christmas, but you can expect partly sunny skies with temps warming up to a high near 59. And now for the community calendar. Have you finished all of your Christmas shopping? If not, you can find a unique holiday gift at the Artist Boutique. You can find homemade ornaments, fiber art creations, and more crafted by local artisans. The last day to visit the boutique at the Montpelier House Museum is tomorrow, December 23rd, from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. For more information, call 301-377-7817. And that wraps up our CTV News Update. Join us again tomorrow at 4:30. I'm Keisha Butts. Have a good night.